Hey there, and welcome back to part 3 of Pillars of Eternity. I'm Jorok Lightforge. Today, we're going to make our trek to Defiance Bay and see what happens. Last time we picked up a dog. Don't know what that's going to be for. Woo! So let's find the road south, because I think that's going to be our best option. Alright, we're going to McGrand's Fork. 4-hour journey.
We get some shut-eye.
Oh, okay, see, he wants to sleep. I have experience, so I'm gonna level up. Alright, so we've got 6 points. Lore. Miscellaneous knowledge and trivia often to occult or historic topics. Outside of conversations and script interactions, lore is used to activate scrolls. Higher lore value allows the character to use higher scrolls. Alright, mechanics. Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers, draining their resources and maybe killing those who are unfortunate. Mechanics will make this easier to open locks and find disable traps. Additionally, characters use traps of their own. The higher the mechanics skills, the more likely to trap. The script mechanics can be used to activate the machines. Okay. So I should probably try and get some mechanics in. Okay, so we're going to put 1 point in mechanics, 1 point in survival, 1 point in stealth, and then a point in athletics. Adventuring and starring work. Okay, yeah, we're going to need athletics too. Alright, there we go. Okay. Nice. Okay. We're all just gonna go for it, guys. Man, that is a tough wolf. Yogi is stronger. Oh no. Okay, what are your abilities? Arcane Assault? Oh, okay.
I shall. Oh?
Alright, well, we're not gonna dilly-dally around here. We're gonna try our best to go straight to Defiance Bay. So, south, west to the Gilded Vale, east to the Black Meadow, south to Azlog's Compass. The statue of Magran, goddess of war and flame. Dozens of names have been scratched into the stone at her feet, supplicants seeking her blessing. Alrighty. Man, this is a heck of a walk. That is a deer. Okay, to get there, we're probably gonna have to go to the Black Meadow and then go to Magmar's Bridge. Okay, well. Well, I don't want to quite explore Azlog's Compass yet, so we're gonna go back up to the Black Meadow. What? Gold-packed paladin? I don't feel like I can fight these guys. Did I make a mistake? These guys don't even have a left. They don't. Doesn't tell me anything about them. Okay. What's this? First level wizard spells. So summons 3 spell missiles Inflicting crush or crush damage, freeze.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad idea. So, we're gonna go back and load. Actually, man, the animals are loud. Down. When saved. We're gonna rent a room for the
Certainly.
night. And then that'll be fine. Can you stop that? Thank you! Okay, yeah. We should probably sleep for the
Well
night.
met, friend.
And of course, we keep them nice and tidy. Laborer's Rest, which is barely within my thing. Lasts for 2 rests, 1 perception mechanic. Should I dish out? Should I shell out the moolah? Oh, you're so cute, puppy. Alright, well, I don't need a poleaxe. I don't need a warbow. I do not need hide armor. Nor do I need that rejuvenation potion. I'm gonna do that. Then you will sleep for the night, I guess. Yeah, them whispering crystals. I need to fix that. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of the Gilded Vale's gallows tree, and creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like mouldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up, her eyes open, they're empty, and behind them is vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word, Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf's woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see the woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Alright, well, we gained some experience. I'm gonna level up my character. 1 stealth, 2 in athletics, and we'll back off stealth and make survival. Or actually, let's put 1 into mechanics, 1 into lore, just so we can have those medium things. Resilient companion. Raymer's summon. This rhyme mimics the Chanter's ability to summon skeletons, though it cannot be used until some time has passed. I could summon skeletons? Why is that a thing I could do? And it's class-based. Sure. I'll summon a skeleton, that's awesome. It's a sweet ability to have. Okay, we're gonna go outside. We're gonna go to that tree. That's terrifying. Oh, there's stairs in the temple. Okay, well, I'm gonna go down those stairs. Okay. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of a nose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there's a jolt into your mind, a ringing electrical surge of images, words, and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes. You feel yourself being pulled to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes? The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay. What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies, see memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well, a wonder! Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Well, looks like I was right before, going past the Black Meadow.
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no? Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No.
Man, that's awful.
A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think. Me? I'll bore you to tears, though. And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed. A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had
Sad.
been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
Alright.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her what happened to her, because I don't think the guard told me the whole truth. She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle, escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found? Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up. Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Right. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seem lost just now. Well, that's interesting. gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains how you survived a Baywork. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have a unique insight into certain soul conditions, as you just demonstrated. Awesome.
17 and a half.
Yes?
Okay. Nice. Okay, we're gonna check the stairs real quick. See what's down here. Cool. Oh.
Oh?
Somebody's down here. A man lies against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. Gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. Just wait who's left. This place is not so empty as I thought. The temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are. He groans and shifts positions, wincing. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you'll have better luck. I was trying to avoid the spiders. Ran into a skull deer. Might have gone a little better for me if the beast hadn't knocked the sword right out of my hand. Good blade, too. Probably still lying there in the dust. But I'm not, so that's alright. It's not a bad wound, I think. Just hurts. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Ilthus, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Drywood. All over the Direwood. From Reedcreas, even. Until the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it through their heads their god was dead and gone. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Athosians. He had his people go in, put them to the sword, left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Raedric hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven and the legacy will end, see? He smiles wryly. But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they didn't deserve to go like that, chopped down in their god's house. Doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. No small task. There's corn in it for you, if you need motivating. Pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. Take it you aren't supposed to be here. Well, I'm meant to be in and out, nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone, it's just Lord Raedric's prevented anyone from having anything to do with the Scattered God. It'd be a little harder to explain to him than you. It's a good cause, though, isn't it? And you could make some coin in the process. Then by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests have been all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out. Take care down there. I want to have send someone else after your remains. You might talk to the Edda fellow, if Raedric hasn't hanged him yet. Word is he's a follower of the dead god. Maybe he'll know something more about this place. He's usually out by the smithy. I'll wait by here, down the stairs, keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some.
Oh?
Okay, well, I'm gonna go find the blacksmith. It was with RPGs for it. Okay, so the blacksmith be Blackhammer Smithery. Yep.
Certainly.
I like how this is a tiered village. I think a lot of work, but it is an RPG and they can do whatever they want, so. Okay, what do we got over here? Commoner. Blacksmith's probably over here, maybe. Orienson. Dugan Steel Collar. Guard. Commoner. Apprentice. What's this guy's? As you near, you feel vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call to you. I'll reach out. You see a man crouching, surreptitious and alone, a series of untamed shrubs, all that hides him from the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delimgan, beautiful and terrible, eyes half lit as she hums. A bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage sits on her shoulder, trilling gently, and the man is entranced, trembling, tentative. He stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Delimgan half smiles, beckoning with twig-like fingers. She does not speak as he approaches, his mouth dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting. With agonizing slowness he is before her. Then something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his side and begins to hiss, fingers suddenly claws, eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes. Just as soon as she strikes, she is gone, the only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire nevertheless and begins to chant, but the words of a magical language of his own imagining, scribbled in a maniacal shorthand, ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone or something. But if there is something there, you do not see it. You see a group of adventurers surrounded by a crowd attacking Zaurus. This man is with them, seemingly unconcerned by the battle, even detached from it as he stands in the middle of his comrades, chanting, his expression bordering on elation. His voice is powerful and deep, booming across the combatants as a rich counterpoint to the chaos of their fighting. With every phrase, the battlefield changes. His allies glow with a pulsing blue light, freezing the Zaurus that surround them. A blazing pile erupts from the ground, cutting and burning the creatures and sending them scattering. One of the fallen Zaurus suddenly explodes as 3 giant grubs crawl from its corpse and attack the remaining enemies. The man continues to chant, thoroughly enthralled in the joy of the moment. Finally, the creatures have reduced to 1. His allies stand back as the man approaches it, still chanting. He removes his hammer and swings it at the Zaurus. His phrase ends as the hammer connects with its head, punctuating the smell and bringing his song to an end. Okay. This Awama man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans. His thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears from a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. Welcome, you're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? You come at a strange time, friend. The stock's not what it used to be, but we find weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. Of course. You won't find any finer anywhere else. What's he got? The whole... Whoa! Holy cannoli, that is cool. Cape of Withdrawal. I do not have enough money for any of this. Like, I don't know where... Because look at that. Hold wall. Azuriath Stiletto. Jeez. Sorry, man. No. I'm gonna have to look for my newest buddy somewhere else. He hangs out by the black. That I thought around would be like in. I didn't know they meant like somewhere in the general vicinity of the blacksmith. There's some cows. Frio, where the heck is this guy? Place is Kiss. For real though, he said it was... Okay, where's the... Okay, I don't think that was the quest guy. Jury. Okay. Buried secrets. Search the temple. Become infested with spiders and skull deer. Okay. So, he said the guy would be by the smith. No. What do you mean that? That doesn't necessarily mean in the blacksmith shop. Even though that's what I would expect. This, was it Ronin? Reach for the soul. Hand to hand. You see a group of people standing around a wagon, transfixed on a sword as it swings in a large, graceful arc. This man holds the sword, passing it from hand to hand with relaxed ease, making the blade dance in front of his audience. He tosses it into the air, spins, then puts his arm behind his back to catch it. The crowd claps excitedly, and a couple of them gasp. Certain they were about to see tragedy. Hugo. You see a room bright and warm, covered in greenery. There's a spot. There isn't a spot in the entire space that doesn't have some kind of plant growing on it. Small, germinating seeds in a corner have large, sprawling vines climbing the walls there. Although most of the plants are actually in some kind of container, there are a few that have grown from the dirt floor itself. These are all lovingly cared for, as anything else in the room. This man wanders through the plants, smiling at each and every one. Old pipe clenched between his teeth. Stopping next to one, he touches the leaf, lifting it to look at the underside, then gently rubs it between his fingers. He takes a small handful of the soil it grows in and crushes it in his fingers. Satisfied, he drops the soil back into the pot, continues to the next plant. He hums a low, cheery tone as he moves among the plants, occasionally stopping to sing a few words of something to them. Finally, he reaches the door, having visited every plant in the room. He turns back to look at them, a look of serene pleasure on his face, then turns his back. He's gone. The villager. For real, where the heck is this blacksmith? Or where's this? Said he'd be hanging out at the blacksmith shop. It's not the commoner, it's not the guard. The apprentice? Nope, nothing. Okay, well, certain he said there was a guy, but Alpha? Aifra? I go check out Aifra. See you over there, maybe. I really just want to figure out where the heck this guy's at. Archer. A Direwood woman is standing in front of a fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. Quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Greetings.
Were you with one of the caravans, Master Odamas, by chance? Professor Methra has wooden hollow. For a moment she could do nothing. That's bring with tears. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalisa was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive. Somewhere. That's a kind favor you offer, but I don't know how I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisa as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in the Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, he exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my half-lord gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hope Kalisa could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn. But she moved south to Azlog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. And I wish I knew those things. But I don't have anyone else now, with Kalisa gone. Can you please help me? I'm not gonna ask what's in it for me. Azlog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. Okay, well, we just got another quest. Nothing wrong with that. Man, not a lot of action going on right now, is there? Woo. I think I'm gonna go ahead and re-ask the name of that guy.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I have my party, man. See, we're running. Me, this guy that talks to himself, and the bear. I guess the advantage of being a warrior would have been, you know, more tanky. Okay, Warden, I need you to remind me.
Good day to you.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to go about. Ooh, there's a will-o-wisp.
Not quite.
Oh, jeez, these things.
Let us end it. Not quite.
Oh, jeez, is everything in here a freaking disaster? Okay.
Spot on. Finish them.
Jeez. Oh, frack, dude, how do you kill these things? Oh, this is bullcrap, man.
Certainly.
Great, I think they went and killed that guy. Okay, well, I am super weak apparently, and I'm failing at this.
Certainly.
Do I just need to go freaking nuts on this place? Like if I die doing this, okay. And then if I take him and I use that spell, and then I take me and I use that spell.
How may I help?
Okay. Those frickin' wisps. Okay. Then I can take him, do that Fan of Flames spell.
I can't move! These ones are in for a walloping!
Oh, now I died?
Let's have it out! Let's have it out!
This is baloney! I could never in a million years hope to do this. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. That's not gonna happen. This is not gonna... No. I am a lot weaker than I should be. Should I have been focusing more on leveling? Like, jeez. Because I'm only level 2. It makes sense. That was hard. It's hard. It's so hard. It is. It's difficult. But
Certainly.
I guess we're gonna advance on the main quest storyline. So that would be to take the road south. So, come over here. And we're going to go to Magrin's Fork. I'm going to go to the Blackety. Woo! Okay. Okay. Now we know for a fact that we can destroy the crap out of this wolf.
Yes? Let us end this!
Oh jeez, that crossbow takes way too long to reload.
Yes?
Oh jeez, he got the crap injured out of him. Oh, there he goes. He's back up to good.
Saw you in the flames.
Oh, jeez. Squatting at the base of this statue is an incredibly ugly man, with bulging red cheeks raked with pox scars and a scraggly beard. He is sweating, as if of fever, but breathing is measured and steady, like a slow push of a blacksmith's bellows. But that comparison feels strange and unwelcome. The next comparison, possibly sparked by his grin, is that of a bear trap, and then out of nowhere there's a hint of alchemical fire. It fades almost as soon as you identify
Come
it.
to pray at the statue?
The question mark is barely there as the man makes the statement. The statue takes on a reddish cast, as if one is holding a torch to it, then slowly blossoms into waving flames. The man doesn't turn as the statue
The
blossoms.
others are welcome, but it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel. It's only you I want to trade words with anyway. I swear before the whore that is Margaret, no harm will come to you in her shadow, if that's enough of a promise for you. If not... The world holds many whores we worship. Respect comes with honest titles. I bet even you have gone against instinct in exchange for a little copper, or paid for such in countless ways. But if I give offense, if words are all that are left to a man, then why in the Deerwood of all places he should have leave to speak them? I didn't give it. You probably find names as useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter? It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters like awkward crowns. Take pride in your actions, not where you hail from, or how your name rolls off whatever liar's tongue coats it now. If you need a title to hang on me to match your own, Watcher, then call me Durance. And as you observe souls, I test them. I am a missionary. I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own. Watchers among them. Yes, I know you for what you are, and your name doesn't interest me. Names are for honest folk, and you are a crack that shines light from another place. We're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours, all tightened up like a huntsman's knot. There's things we can teach each other. If I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their muling problems and politics are. There's enough howling in the world without me stoking that fire. I won't take from your provisions, don't need much on the road. I can carry my weight, which is considerable. Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can see. Left their marks, it seems. Disease? Spirit wind? Both could have touched you, yet here you stand. As for disease, not all of us were close to water when the pox hit. But it's no longer a passenger in my flesh. It left its marks as well. But like flames, the pox doesn't strike twice, nor is it catching. Her? Don't fear her jealousy. Let us see what the road holds, Watcher.
Okay, Durance, pretty interesting guy.
Oh?
Okay. Whoa, he's got a lot of spells. Creates a tank shield of faith, increasing damage reduction of all allies in the area of the effect. Okay. And he's gonna cast a normal spell. And I'm going to cast a mark.
That's it!
Okay. Now, he will do a fan of flames. Durance. Draw.
that! The Faru beyond seek.
Oh, jeez. Is every time I go off the beaten path a bad idea?
I fear we've lost the angry one.
Oh, jeez. No, I can't. Oh. It's so brutal. Why is it so brutal? It's gonna restart me when I first get in here, or is it gonna... Yeah. Oh, it's... Okay, I think that's all the brutality I can handle for the moment. This has been a fun episode for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Jordock Lightforge. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Peace.